This is going to be a Claret Bibio. I've got a Sprite barbless wet, size 10 in the vise. I'm using a wine coloured thread, dark red thread, and I've tied on some fine silver oval on the back of the hook. So the body I'm using for this is black, red, black. I looked up some of the older dressings, and black claret black and black red or black orange black, that three-part body was fairly typical back in the day. Tim Malone's quite clear about that. It seems to imply that claret in the middle was older than the red that we take as being the norm. I tried this fly with claret red claret, and it didn't stand out well enough. There wasn't a strong enough contrast, so I thought the black, the more normal body, the black red black, was more effective. The head hackle is a Chinese cock, which I'm tying in at the head. I'm leaving space there for a head hackle, and I'll only give this one turn at the head. If I was tying a lighter version of this, I would use just the body hackle or just the head hackle. This is the way I'm tying this fly is going to be a fairly fully dressed or fairly heavily dressed Bibio. It's a bit of a go-to fly, the Bibio. It's a good wild water fly. And the claret, I must say, the claret is actually a really effective alternative to the standard fly. So, palmering back towards the back of the fly in even turns, trying not to put a turn right through the middle of the red, so it stays as bright as it can. And then rib forward in again in even turns. Wiggle the tinsel to avoid trapping too many of the hackle fibres. And again, I'm trying not to put the tinsel through the middle of the red, so it stays as bright and as visible as possible. And bring it up to the thread where it gets caught in, and just a few turns tied off. The head hackle is going to be from the rump patch, one of the claret rump patches that were reviewed in this issue. It's an unusual material. It's really nice material. It looks, the way I'm using it here, I would say it replaces a hen. It's got markings, it's got really nice rich colour, it's got webby fibres. The size, this is at the smallest, among the smaller feathers on this rump patch. So I've tied it in by the tip, folded the tip back, and a couple of turns there to trap it in place. Then find the tip and cut that away. Now I'm going to fold the little hackle, and I'll get, I think it's about 2 turns, maybe 2.5 turns, and it just gives a longer head hackle, nicely sized in a fly like this, I think. And I'm sweeping it back all the time, keeping it under control, and coming up towards the head. And then trap in the stem. And I'm going to fold the stem back and continue wrapping the head over the folded stem, just for a bit of security, just so nothing can come out. It also makes a neater head, so I've got nothing projecting out over the eye. Whip finish, and then trim away the thread, which is coming soon. Whip finish, trim the thread, and a dab of varnish just locks everything in place. Normally I would give this 2 or 3 coats of varnish just to give it a glossy, a tough glossy head. Nice fly, I think. And that's my version of a Claret Bibio.